everybody. Welcome to the Dandy Cam. You are the D Squad, and this is Monday, so it's McKellar Motivational Monday. It's a little bit late. Hang on, my screen's being funny. Why are you being funny? There we go. I couldn't see comments for a second. So it's Monday, and I just finished work, and I apologize for the Motivational Monday being so late, but it is what it is. We are going to invite our Facebook friends, but before we do, I want to do shout outs for 30 seconds to anybody who would like to share this either on Periscope or Twitter or Facebook, I think is the other option. So for the next 30 seconds, I'll do shout outs. Thank you so much, Sassy F, Blackwing, Silena, Penguin Mama, thanks for sharing both ways. Lewis Michael 52, Helsinger, MJH Under You, thank you so much for sharing. Nocturnal, which is what I've been lately. Dan Geitz, thank you for inviting followers. What's Busker? Oh my goodness, is there another social media outlet that I haven't found yet? Choco Dude, thank you so much for inviting followers. and the way you share it is you tap on the number of viewers, the little number that the hearts are coming out of, and once you tap on that number, it'll give you options for how to share. Thank you, Nancy and Shannon X Edwards. Oh, Silent Bob from Canada. Well, hello. And thank you to everybody else. Thank you for your follows. Thank you for your shares. And I am going to, well, I have to figure out what Busker is. I've never heard of it. Let's invite, oops, where did that go? Oh no, I lost it. Oh, here we go. Thank you, Rowan, Silent Jess, and Chad. So, welcome everybody. Today is Monday, so it's McKellar Motivational Monday. Today we are going to talk about how to keep the wind in your sails amidst horrible things like what happened in Dallas and all the other. There's been a lot of really bad news the last few months, I feel like. So we want to talk about, just for a few minutes, how we can keep our chin up and how we can stay positive and how we can keep that feeling of wanting to be motivated to do our lives when sometimes the stuff that we see on the news is just drags us down. First thing I want to say about that is that we live in a country that, yes, bad stuff happens, but there's so much stuff going on in the rest. And I speak to probably anybody watching this right now. It lives in a country of that's got their act together pretty well. There are a lot of places around this globe that are just wrought with tragedy after tragedy, and we don't hear about it all the time because that's all the news would be. So what I want to say is that it's out there all the time. These tragic things are out there all the time. And I know this is not the most motivating, uplifting way to start it, but I just want to give perspective that some police officers getting shot in a city that we're not used to that happening, and that's actually it's a blessing. The fact that that is a tragedy, because that kind of stuff happens everywhere all the time. So first thing is, remember the perspective. We are hearing about stuff, and so we're focusing on it, and that's actually one of the points that I want to make is about focusing and what we choose to focus on. But first, let's talk about a couple other tools, a couple other things to do. One is, how do you explain this kind of stuff, right? We try to make sense of it. Why did it happen? How could this happen? And we just get really, really angry. Well, what if you had to explain this to a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old? What if a 5-year-old or 6-year-old is watching the news and you have to explain it to them? Now, for parents, this might be a little easier of an exercise, but how would you do it? You would need to make it a little simpler and bring it down and maybe have some empathy. Maybe have some empathy for everyone involved somehow, and that can be really, really hard, but I'm going to give you a hint about how to have empathy for even the most horrific criminals in the world. Because believe me, having empathy for these people actually makes it a lot easier to deal with this stuff. It opens your heart, it relaxes you. And, hey Carrie, well, you don't have any kids, right? You don't have how to answer it. Just imagine, it's just an exercise of how to imagine how you would explain it. Some people got really angry and they thought that it was somebody's fault, even though it wasn't their fault, and they took out their anger on that person. That kind of thing. And the way to have empathy for these, bad guys, right? Imagine them as babies. they were babies once. They were babies, and they had their whole life in front of them, and they had hopes and they had dreams, and you know what? Bad stuff happened to them too. Most likely, that's how they ended up the way they are. So it's a cycle. It's a cycle. So besides the fact of that helping you with empathy, it can remind us that it is a cycle. And so what can we do? And that's really the central question. What can you do? Because we feel helpless, right? We see the love. Be the change you want to see. Create your environment into a place that has more love and compassion and understanding around it by doing those things yourself to the people around ways. Maybe you're going to interact with some little kid and you're going to have an opportunity to maybe teach that person that there's more love and empathy in the world than they realize. If we keep doing this stuff, you guys, we will make a difference. We all do make a difference. Every time you choose to do something positive and something nice for somebody when you don't feel like it, you are being the positive change. We feel helpless, but imagine this. Imagine if you were a spirit being that was up in the clouds looking down and you felt helpless to what was going on. And you're like, gosh, if only I were in a human body, I could go down there and do something. Well, guess what? We are on this planet. We are in a human body, and so that means that we can do stuff. We can do positive things in our environment, and that is where the change happens. So I want to remind you guys that this is, and yes, this is really live, Aisha. These are the things we have control over, and that's it. All you have control over is the way you behave. So that win. So that is my advice about how to keep the wind in your sails amongst bad news. So anyway, so I'm done with that. If you have any Q&A, we can do that, or we can talk about, we can vote on whether comments are bad now. Oh, can we really? I'm not driving, you guys. Oh my gosh. Bang Wool 8, I'm not driving. I have a driver. Darcy, say hello. He says, hello, D-Squad. I'm riding in the car. So right now I'm shooting a Christmas movie for Hallmark Channel, and I just got done with a day of work, a very long day of work. I got picked up at 5 in the morning. It's now 9:20. And I thought this would be a good time to do, some people are saying, hi, Darcy. This would be a good time to do this, because I do like to fit it in. I have not missed a Motivational Monday since I started, I don't believe. The movie's going great. Thank you for asking, Selena. Hello, Rick Castro's wife. Sean, the new movie is going great. We've shot 2 weeks so far. We've got 1 week to go. And it's just been a lot of fun. Everyone thought the Crown for Christmas. That one aired on the 8th as part of the Christmas in July on Hallmark Channel. And I believe it airs again tomorrow night, the 12th, I think. Or in the afternoon. I think it's 4 or 3 o'clock, something like that. You can go to my Facebook page. I have the air dates on my Facebook page on the banner. Thank you, Melody. What's next, Jared? I'm currently shooting a Christmas movie for Hallmark Channel. Don't have a title yet. And then after that, I'm shooting a Lifetime movie, and I will be able to tell you about that more later as well. Well, thank you, Drippin' Sauce. What do I like more, Facebook or Periscope? I'm talking both you guys right now. How could I possibly choose? They're different, but they're both great. Thank you, DJS. Canada is awesome. Thank you, Xenon. Appreciate that. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks, Slugger. You guys are so nice. Thank you, Bugon67. Yes, Alex, I did play Winnie Cooper many years ago. That is me. Where are we filming, Martha? We're filming in Vancouver. But despite the fact that we are shooting in Vancouver, we are pretending that it is Christmas time in the Midwest. So there's snow, and we're all bundled up in jackets and coats and scarves and gloves. Luckily, it's been nice and cool in Vancouver. It's been, I think, in the 60s, so it hasn't been too bad. But sometimes it gets really hot. We're all sweating. Canada. We're shooting in Canada. Thanks, Maro. Aisha, yes, I am still doing math. Well, I'm writing math books still. I'm writing my series of little kids math books. They start coming out in March of 2017, this coming March. why aren't I running for president? Well, sometimes I wonder how many like random people are going to run for president in 4 years because of what's been going on. I don't want to talk about Trump. I'm not talking about politics, because politics is a dangerous, scary subject, and I don't want to. Anyway, but yeah, I'm not planning on running for president, but thank you, that's very sweet. What grades are my little kids' math books for? They're going to range from toddler through 3rd grade. The first one coming out is a toddler book. And of course my existing books, like Math Doesn't Suck and Kiss My Math, that's middle school and high school. Hi, Jesse. Thanks, Steve. Am I planning on any sci-fi movies in the future? I don't have any planned, no. I think I'll do one of those like once every 5 years or so. They're fun, but I prefer this stuff that's real stories. More like human stories, not alien stories. My favorite holiday, Haskell, is probably Christmas. I also love Halloween, though. I like dressing up, probably because I'm an actress and I like pretending to be other people. So anyway, guys, I'm going to sign off and start looking at my lines for tomorrow because I have very many of them. I'm working with Deidre Hall tomorrow. I'm very excited about that from Days of Our Lives. She worked a little bit today, but tomorrow it's all day. It's me and her all day. So it'll be a lot of fun. And I will be Periscoping and Facebook Living at some other point this week, I'm sure. And if not, catch me on Snapchat where I do. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for watching the Dana Cam. You are the D Squad, and you're awesome, and I'll see you really soon all over social media. Bye!